out there. So there's been a lot of stuff going on about something wrong with this generation. You know, I've been looking, I've been seeing on social media, hearing people in person. Here's my take on it. I'ma try to be as civilized as possible. From the guy point of view, from the woman point of view. Okay, let's get to it. One thing from a guy that we all understand is that we don't want our women to be took from. Like we don't want a woman to just be took from some other guy, some other chick or whatever. Like that really will fucking kill a guy. So that's the reason why you see guys that's like overprotective or like you can't do this, you can't go out and stuff like that. And yes, it all like I see women because I see women that says that, oh yeah, well that's because another guy, so that's what's wrong with men in this generation as well. But also, ladies, one thing y'all gotta realize is that even when your grandparents was telling all of us, the girls, the boys, is that how you carry yourself is what people gonna treat you. I see women that's like dressed so well, her like body language is very positive, and how the way she speaks to people is very sophisticated, and not many guys will like disrespect her because how the way she keep herself up and how the way she interact with everyone. Now when I see other women that's having like a hoodie, it's toe up, you got booty shorts on, and then you be like, I want to be respected as a lady, stop like seeing me as a piece of meat. I mean, you're kind of doing it to yourself as well though, like I'm not gonna lie. And also there are guys that's just, oh guys, I see y'all be so thirsty, y'all simp over anything, like whatever. Pay like $300 just to smash one girl, and like we lack communication in this generation, honestly. And I'm like a Gen Z, so I am stupid as well too. But like one thing about me is that I'm raised around baby boomers and stuff like that, so I look up to them and what they be telling me and how I need to dress myself accordingly and how I need to keep myself up, especially as a black man. Like you can't really be, I get this so many times that you need to stop wearing a hoodie, and it's how you like really present yourself as well. That's like a big key factor, and not many people see it that way. Don't get me wrong, like I know that we all want to just like let loose to go party, and we shouldn't give a fuck about what anybody think. I totally agree with that, 100%. What's wrong with the guys part? It's I usually go out every once in a while, and when I do, it's so freaking sad. And that I see so many guys will see a really drunk woman, and they would just go up to talk to her, trying to bring her over to her, and like, bro, just let her chill. Cause they were friends. Like, she too drunk to even know your name or even ask for your name, and like you're still trying that hard. That's one thing about these guys in this generation. Like y'all act like sharks out here. And like every woman is like a fish to y'all. Like y'all not treating her right. And that's how I see it from the women's point of view, because that's all y'all want. And like y'all gotta do better. And then from the women's point of view, y'all would never admit y'all wrong. I swear. Not everyone, but majority of women that I interact with, even like a friendly level or an intimate level, or even if I like barely know you, but I can see like, even if you're wrong, you just won't admit that you're wrong. You're just gonna assume like, well, this person didn't tell me that, so that's why how I did it. I'm like, you gotta actually have like, you gotta take some responsibility. Like women lack responsibility as well. I swear they lack of that. It's, I didn't do nothing right, I didn't do nothing, but this person told me to. This is why it's always important when you have, where I see single mothers that be saying, I don't need a man to raise children. You actually do, especially when you have a boy, because like one thing about a guy raising a kid, especially a guy, you gotta teach him how to be a man. Like a woman cannot do that. I don't care what nobody says. Like a mothering have that nurturing factor. She's nurturing. And as like when you're a father, like say like your kid 4 years old, he just fell off his bike. There's two different like aspects that can play out. The mother will comfort the boy and just like, okay, you can do it again once after you're band-aid up. Now the guy, the father, he would just be like, all right, get back up, stop crying, do it again. You're gonna learn. that's really important for a kid's life. So a mother have that nurturing, and like the father has that you don't need to play the victim all the time. Like you're gonna fucking learn your lesson. That's how you learn in life. That really plays a key role in this part, and nobody is not like really just like seeing from different point of views. See it from both sides. Like honestly, I'm not sticking up for the guys. I'm not sticking up for the women. I'm just like seeing from different perspectives, and I hear everyone's perspective, and it's just okay. Let me see how we can like make this better in a way. And I swear, it's communication. We lack communication, and we lack of just vulnerability. Really lack of vulnerability. I'm really lack of that because I know it's like based on my childhood, I just don't really like for people get that close to me. I don't really myself emotionally. Usually I make jokes, I make anything. Like that's my defense mechanism, is that I make jokes. Very afraid to show a vulnerability to family members, to a girlfriend or a close friend. I really don't like to show vulnerability. So I understand that we all scared to show vulnerability in this generation, especially. But I realize that is what we need to do, because we lose ourselves when we're not open up to each other. I notice that usually when I hold stuff with people, it just stays up in my mind, and I will hold a serious grudge, and I have animosity to them. And then next thing you know, I notice I let it all out. It was randomly. It was so random. And then I feel so much better afterwards, but like for 4 days, I just felt it vulnerable. What we always hear is that men should not supposed to do this, men should not open up to their wife, to their anybody. And I realized that we actually do need to open up, and I find that's another key factor, is that allowing ourselves to be vulnerable to people will actually make a difference. Now don't get me wrong, like when you do it, you really just gonna feel like exposed in a way, like you expose all your emotions, and now you feel like a weak person. Cause that's what I was going through a few times when I like actually did it. And I say like probably like, I wanna say 2 weeks, honestly. That's when everything became back to normal. Like I wasn't thinking about it all the time, and I didn't feel like a weak person anymore. So I say like two weeks worth for me, because that's when I felt it normal again. Communication, vulnerability is what we lacked in this generation, and the other one was social media. Yeah, it was social media. So we're so good at faking how much money we have, faking like how many people support us. Like I can tell when somebody buy followers on Instagram. If you look at their followers, like they got like 200K. How can I never heard of them? 200K. And then you like look at their views or their likes, and it's like 400 views, and they're like, oh, I know what you got the followers for. It's a whole beautiful world out there. I already about to plan so many trips, especially a Europe trip. So far I got like 5 countries to visit in Europe, and it's gonna be all in the summer. That's why I'm gonna just take a train to different countries, and it's just gonna be, I just feel like, cause I love traveling, so visiting somewhere for 2 weeks, that's not enough. That's not enough for me, honestly. I want to experience different cultures. I want to experience the food. I want to experience like the language. I want to experience the slangs that they say. I want to experience everything. And 2 weeks is not enough time. Cause like I always see stuff on social media about different countries, and then like, oh, I wish I was there, and then I just realized, bro, if you could do, like, if you want to, you would actually do it. Seriously, you just gotta put that work in. You gotta just like try not to be on social media certain time period during the day. I'm more on social media during the night, because that's like I usually be active during the night. So I limit my time on social media, and it's actually helping me. So I don't really scroll on my phone throughout the day. And then next thing you know, when it comes night, and I realize like, what the hell did I do? Because usually every night I reflect like, what did I do today? I always do that every day. I realize I'm like, what did I do? And then I was like, okay, I was on my phone this time. I was watching something while I was on my phone, and then I just be like, it don't seem like I've been on my phone for like 9 hours the whole day. But like that adds up seriously. I have my phone where it shows how much screen time I have, and it's like you average 8 hours a day for a week. And I was like, damn, like I go to work. Like what honey? How do I do all this? And then that's when I'm like limiting my time. So during the night, I'm texting people during the night. Don't get me wrong, I still text people during the day, but it won't be like consistently. It will be more like that's when I start texting people during the night. Cause like I do be texting people at 2 in the morning and people like replying to their text. Communication, vulnerability, and social media and these big factors that we really lacking in this time. And don't get me wrong, I'm not really there yet. I'm still trying to grow in this generation. That's why I'm trying to learn from different perspectives. Because I'm not just going to say, oh yeah, women change everything. They too needy and everything. This. Okay. One thing about me, I try to look at three sides. You see it from point A, point B, then you can see it from point C, if that makes sense. I see it that way because I always hear people say it's two sides to every story. Well, I think it's three sides to every story because point A going to tell their story, how they see it. Point B going to tell how their story, how they see it. Point C is how you could get this shit together and you can see what actually happened without how somebody tell the story. Those like what I think that's what we lack in this time though. So y'all just let me know what y'all think. Just helping everybody be groovy.